Hello and welcome back to Darshan Dev. I'm Darshan and in today's video I'm going to teach you about CSS variables. So let's get started. So before we start this video, I want to make sure that you know basic HTML and this is one of the HTML files that I created in the HTML crash course that I've created. If you are not familiar with HTML, then it's going to be hard for you. So please do watch a HTML crash course before you come here, and I'll link it in the I button up there. So let's get started. I hope you know how to make divs and everything, and so let's open it up. I'll refresh it. So in this video I'll just comment it out. We don't need this. I think it's from the last video about how to insert video and audio into HTML files. I'll save it. So over here in my HTML file I have a main div, okay, which has some content which is not in the sub div. Okay, it has some content which is not in the sub div, and it has a sub div which has more content in this way. Okay, and then we have a style.css linked up here. Is the way we link it, and over here let's check if it's linked. I'll give body a color. Let's check it. So it's linked. Now let's remove it. We don't need this. So when we declare a CSS variable, if we want it to be available throughout the CSS sheet, then we declare it under root or under body. So under root is :root selector. Then to declare a variable, we simply give two minus signs or two hyphens, two dashes, whatever you may say, and then we give a variable like my bg, like my background. I'll give, and my background : the variable that you want to give. So suppose it's light blue. No, we don't have it. I don't think so. Let's give #777. This will be enough. Now this is how you create a variable. So now my background is a variable, and to use the variable we use our var function, that is this function. But to use that, first of all you need to use it in a selector, not simply anywhere like JavaScript. You have to go into it. Then if you want to give the background color of my background, then you give var and you put in the variable, that is my background. So if you put in there, this #777 will be put in here. So we save it and we check. So this is the way it goes. We have got our background using a variable. But now here comes the matter of specificity. So if you have declared the variable at the root level or the topmost level, you can use it throughout the browser, I mean throughout the web page. But the thing is that it's not that specific. Like if you declare a variable in main, you cannot use it anywhere else. But for main, the variable will dominate. Like if you say that, if you declare a variable my bg in the main and give a background of main, I mean my bg to sub, then you will get a background of yellow, and it will not be a background of gray, because you have specifically declared it for sub that the background should be my bg. Like for example, if I select main and I declare a variable, you can do it anywhere. You just have to put two dashes and then type the variable name. But remember, you should not type any property name. It would kind of mess it up. So my bg would be yellow, and I'll save it. You can even give this background to the main div itself, like this way, background color. You can use it just the place you declared it. There's no issue with it. But instead of my background, we are going to use, see, if you go over here and type my dash, it will give you two options that are my background and my BG, because my background is available over here. If you know about the scope of CSS and everything, we save it and we should get a yellow over this content, and we do get it. And now if we declare this variable mybg in main but do not apply it to main, we can apply it to sub, because sub is inside main, but we cannot apply it to body. I'll show you that later, but let's remove this and apply it to dot sub. In dot sub we'll have the, okay, just a second, I'll copy it. In dot sub we will have our variable mybg, and even in dot sub we have my background and mybg, but we'll use mybg, we will save it. Now this yellow should be removed from the upper content but not from the lower content, because we have applied it to the sub div and not the main div. So let's refresh it, this should become gray, and it does. So that's how our context works, and that's how we declare a variable within the context. And now since we have declared this mybg in main, and main is in body, but not body is not in main, right? Body is the main, the total container, but the body is not aware of this variable. Mybg will always remain inside main, if you have got the point. So if we try to use mybg there, it would give you errors, like it wouldn't apply that, so it would become white. So this is how you handle CSS variables, how you declare them and how you use them. So hope you like this video, hope you learned something new. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel for more such videos each and every day, and hit the bell button. Stay tuned. Bye bye.